Hey there, everybody. It is Bulk Lesnar here with the Big Lip Radio Short. This is me just, not really in the mood to play games, but, I do want to put something out for you guys. There's the door. Try to get some light in the room. I don't actually have a lamp or anything in my room or a light fixture on the ceiling fan. But I do have a United States Championship belt. Bam. Real, if you could hear that knocking sound, this is the nice, pricey one. The United States Championship is my personal favorite championship belt. It is the championship of Latinos. Every great Latino that has wrestled has held it, and pretty soon the greatest Latino will hold it. I'm sure eventually Dominic Mysterio will hold the United States Championship belt, and it will have even more prestige. Jacob Fatu, another U.S. Championship holder. I got a couple LA Knights back there. There's a Brock Lesnar back there. There's a Rey Mysterio mask back there, too. But, to get on today's topic, my little topic for today, WWE grinding my gears. Okay? Well, currently, WWE has a class action lawsuit against them of ESPN and WWE lying to ESPN subscribers saying, if you have ESPN through your cable network, your cable satellite provider, you will have access to the WWE pay-per-views. And they don't. They log into their ESPN with their service provider information, and they're just like, no. We're giving you a discount. You just have to pay the difference to get the tier that you need. And, they're just like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to watch it. But, that's a really big thing. The big four, are Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Elimination Chamber. One of the two, I can't remember which one's part of the big four. Big five! Those are the ones I mainly watch. They should be in America. So it would be Survivor Series, because Elimination Chamber has been in Australia a few times. They should be in America. Royal Rumble this year will be held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And the women will be looking like Power Rangers. All I'm going to say is that there's going to be 30 women competing, and they're all going to be in full jumpsuits. Some of the women can pull it off, and it looks really good, but some of them, it doesn't. It doesn't work. That's disappointing. But, the big thing that's grinding my gears right now is that, especially this week, Friday Night SmackDown aired in a different time zone, and as soon as it was over, the big highlight of the night was spoiled for everybody on the West Coast. Hours before Friday Night SmackDown would air for anybody on the West Coast, the results of the main event of this past Friday night, January 9th, SmackDown was ruined. It is supposed to be a three stages of hell match between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. And it was spoiled. It was ruined. It was, it was just, it sucked. I lost all motivation to watch Friday Night SmackDown because, well, shit, that's what I wanted to watch for. It was ruined. The results being Drew McIntyre is our WWE Universal Champion over Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu's returned, and he interfered in the final segment of Cody and Drew's match. And, while Cody was distracted by Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre escaped the cage, got the title. Good on Drew. He finally has the title on Scottish soil. He won the title and was able to hold on to it for longer than 5 minutes in front of a big crowd. Interesting to see how things go, because now there's a number one contenders tournament that Cody Rhodes is not taking a part of. So, who knows? We got Matt Cardona. Let me look that up. Let me see who our card is for the WWE Universal Championship #1 contender tournament. Let's see. It's coming up right now. Yeah, so we have The Miz versus Randy Orton, Matt Cardona versus Javon Evans, Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov. And once that's all done, it'll be a fatal four-way of whichever of these gentlemen win. They just brought Matt Cardona back. I'm hoping he beats Javon Evans. Javon Evans is pretty new. Sammy, as much as Papa J hates him, I love Sami Zayn. Solo Sikoa, Damian Priest, I like both of them. Damian Priest is a bit of a Latino representation. I like that. But Solo Sikoa is pretty funny. Randy Orton and The Miz, that's a hard choice for me. Randy's great, but I'm a big Miz fan. Miz is one of my Mount Rushmore wrestlers. He's great, but there's just so much in the WWE that's just wrong right now. There's no good storyline. You had this back and forth between Rhea and Io and Asuka and Kairi Sane. They wrapped that up. Motor City Machine Guns beat the Wyatt for the tag team, the SmackDown tag team titles. There's too many tag teams, way too many tag teams right now. And then also with the fact of they're just like, oh, we're gonna put you and you together. We're gonna put you and you together. That works occasionally, but you want cells that work together. The Usos, the New Day, they've worked together for forever. Motor City Machine Guns, you look people, the Creed brothers, that their careers are made with each other. Not just throwing two people like AJ Styles and Dragon Lee together. Ha ha ha! It's AJ Lee. Funny joke. It's just yelling into the void. Still happy to watch it. Just overall, I'm continue watching the product because there are some good stuff. I'm hoping something happens for Maxine. I really think that they should have let her hold her title for a bit longer because they had back and forth matches between Becky and Lyra for like 3 months. Why does Maxine get like a month? And the crowd is behind Maxine. And it's like, we don't really care to see Becky. New face. Maxine's essentially what would have been a diva. And, that's what some people want right now. They want a diva. That's why they love Tiffany Stratton. But then they put Tiffany Stratton on the back burner and then gave her title to Jade. And Jade hasn't really done anything. And right now it looks like she's going to start feuding with Jordynne Grace, who just came up from TNA. Or, well, I guess from NXT, TNA to NXT to WWE. But it's just like, where's Tiffany's, rematch for her title? Where is Tiffany? I don't even know if she's on injury or anything like that. But, it's just kind of ridiculous of, what's going on. World Heavyweight Championship, we're probably going to have more back and forth between CM Punk and The Vision. Dom's out, with an injury, so nothing's really going on with the male's IC title, because, they're not having him give it up. I haven't seen if they're going to make Stephanie Vaquera give up her Women's World Heavyweight Championship. So it's just like, where are we going? Usos got the men's tag team championship, but where are we gonna build the storyline with the Usos? I mean, New Day is gonna come back after him. I mean, who else? What other prominent tag teams is on Monday Night Raw? From what I understand, DIY is not a tag team anymore. Tommaso Ciampa is, I believe, I read he's not gonna renew his contract. So you got the Creed brothers, you got the New Day, War Raiders. You know, who else? I mean, um, Pretty Deadly is SmackDown, but Elton Prince is out. Kit Wilson is wrestling on his own. He's got his own singles theme, which people are in love with. So who's the tag team? Who are the Monday Night Raw? I mean, I guess that's a question we could look up. Tag teams assigned to Raw. Okay, yeah. So AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are gone, and so there's the New Day, the War Raiders, the Creed brothers, and the Judgment Day. I mean, maybe Usos go to war with the Judgment Day. That might be a decent storyline. Or back and forth with the New Day. I think having two sets of tag team championships is kind of overinflated. I believe the rosters are overinflated. I mean, I played I haven't played 2K25 yet, but I like the management modes on WWE. And I get why you have an overinflated roster, because obviously you need to give people time to rest. They're real people. The shows are scripted, but they do sustain real damage. They do get hurt, and they need time to heal. So I get having an overinflated roster, but it's see. Oh. So. We got a. There's also, I guess, the tag team of the Americanos. That's a faction. El Grande, Bravo, and one other one. But yeah, there's. I mean, LWO is still, I guess, around. Yeah, Bravo and Rayo Americano. Yep. Sheamus is injured. Seth Rollins is injured. Stephanie Vickers still has her title. But, shit, there's not really anything going on. We got the Creed brothers. There's not much, to see. It's just really sucky. I don't think that's been updated. So this is Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis are tag teams, but I think they lost it over on Friday. Oh, Tiffany Stratton's on injury. But, but I guess the biggest thing that's grinding my gears is how far removed we are, and then kayfabe is broken. Like, if we look back on, the golden era or the attitude era, and they're just like, oh, this and this was happening behind the scenes, that and that was happening behind the scenes. This person had this idea. It's like, okay, that's cool. Like, we learn the history of that. But let's not get, according to, sources at Bleacher, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes were like, yeah, hey, this championship is getting stale and the people are upset. Let's move it over. I don't want to know that. I just wanted to think that Drew McIntyre got lucky, got the title off of Cody Rhodes, and bam, here we are. But I mean, you have what is it? I don't want to say Unleashed. What's the show on Netflix? There's a WWE show on Netflix that's all behind the scenes shit. Let me look it up. It's Unreal. Yeah. WWE Unreal. And, they're interviewing Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like, I don't like this show. I didn't even do a sound check for me. Let me just check my sound real quick, or else I just wasted you guys 60 minutes of your time. Sound is fine. But, Paul Heyman, not a fan of the show. It just Paul Heyman doesn't like the magic broken. At least not so soon. It's just horrible. But, sorry. I love this belt. Probably the most expensive collectible I own. You can go on WWE.com and you can look up how pricey these things are. I just wish, I believe this one has the removable nameplate, but it's got these bejeweled, there's little faux diamonds right here on the nameplate spots, and I don't want to pull up the diamond just to see if there's a screw hole underneath it. Because it looks like there's something in there, but also I don't know whose nameplates I would get. Yeah, I think there's something on the back that says official or whatnot. Yeah, official WWE authentic replica championship title, WWE.com. So I love this thing. Well, I mean, that's my rant for the day. I'll come back tomorrow, maybe with another rant. Just see you then. I guess quickly before I'm off, since I'm talking about wrestling, tonight, January 10th, is the first taping of AWF High Voltage. It is on site, on location. It is currently going on right now. Friend of the show. He was on here on Wednesday. Alex Salyers is the GM. The Man in Black is now the GM of AWF High Voltage, which will be a produced show. They'll do live taping. You can go down there and see live, and you'll see everything that's going to be coming out before it comes out. You go to awf.com and get tickets there, and it'll be edited. Commentary will be added for your viewing pleasure, and that will get released on the AWF YouTube channel on January 16th. January 16th. So, just a little less than 1 week from today, AWF High Voltage will be online for your viewing pleasure. And on January 24th, that's a Saturday, is AWF's first premium live event at Bull Shooters in Peoria, Arizona. AWF stands for Arizona Wrestling Federation. It is AWF's New Dawn. And if you want, let me go ahead and let me get what that title card is looking like so far. AWF New Dawn. All right. Let me see if they got if I gotta go to their YouTube or not. Not their YouTube. Their Facebook to get the matches and notes. Okay, it doesn't say it on there. But we will go to their Facebook page, Arizona Wrestling Federation. They got 9,000 followers. So we got what I'm seeing is J.C. Westerfield, who is the AWF champion, will actually have 2 title defenses. He's a dual champion. And he will be defending both championships, one in a one-on-one match, and then another in a ladder match. So we have the AWF Heavyweight Championship match of J.C. Westerfield versus Cosmo Orion, and then an AWF State Championship ladder match. So both of those are looking to get a little crazy. The ladder match is going to be a 7-man match. That can go any which way. Oh man. But yeah, our man in black is the he is our champion. Let me see if I can do something. I'm doing a little bit of editing on the fly right here. Oh, all right. Let me go ahead and go here. Sawyers. Let me see if I can full screen this. Let me see. Sorry. Bulk is trying to do stuff. Alright. Let me see. Give me a second. Screen 2. Alrighty. And then my main camera. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I'm going to make myself small. I'm going to go ahead and get this out. This is a video for our good friend Alex Sawyers. And I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys before it's done. Oh man, I knew something was gonna happen. It is not playing the sound for this. Alright. Well. Oh. Oh man, I knew something was gonna happen. It is not playing the sound for this. I tried. Alright. I can't figure that out off the top of my head right now. It's more than likely it is something like this. Let me see. Monitor only. Well, let me see.
Together by the necessity of violence. No judge, no jury, but a conviction by one's own peers. Justice is no longer blind. Justice can see with the utmost clarity like it never has before. And for AWF, the arm of the law is now steady, sturdy, and heavy.
So we're going to give this one more shot. I believe I fixed it. So let's go ahead and give this one more try.
And for AWF.
Alrighty, let's see if it worked now.
"2025 was officially the worst year of my life. I lost my health, I lost my job, I lost my opportunities, and I lost a lot of myself. Now, while none of these things have been deemed permanent in my life, the loss of these things have certainly left a mark on my life. All of these things took hold of my 17-year career, where I found that nothing was on my terms. At least that was until 48 hours ago when an 8-page contract on good faith out of my loyalty to the Arizona Wrestling Federation banner came across my desk. And though for right now I've had to lay down my sword, this contract proposed an important decision, and I accepted it as a task, an opportunity, a mission fit only for a man like me. You know the saying, justice is blind. I disagree. Justice is usually served through a pair of eyes in which one has been blackened by wrongdoers. What I see through this black eye is a landscape where there will be no gavel, but an indiscriminate instrument to impose righteousness. No black robe, but a leather jacket stitched together by the necessity of violence. No judge, no jury, but a conviction by one's own peers. Justice is no longer blind. Justice can see with the utmost clarity like it never has before. And for AWF, the arm of the law is now steady, sturdy, and heavy. This marks a new day, of a new year, of a new era. My era.
Yes. Alex Sawyers, the Man in Black, is now the GM of AWF. Yeah, just, giving him a little shout out. This has been my little soapbox time on this. Bulks I learn by doing. I'm here with you guys, learning with you guys at the same time. I gotta make setting changes between here and the doghouse. And sometimes those little setting changes go ahead and cause me a little hiccup here and there. I may just have to take my stuff off of make a little changes here and there on my own. But, this has been Bulk Lesnar. This is the NSFW Short. It probably would have been only about 20 minutes, but technical difficulties, and you guys are here for that. But I'm Bulk Lesnar. If you guys got any topical things you want me to look into, go ahead and find us at biglipradio.com, or go to Twitter, TikTok. NSFW is a subsidiary show of Big Lip Radio. You can go to biglipradio.com, and there is NSFW merch if you would like that. We have slides and mugs, just a base NSFW logo on it. But I am mocking up a NSFW special banner. But I gotta think about some stuff because I obviously don't want to get trademarked. I don't want to get sued.